That is where China has beaten the world and India. Because they spend a lot of money in developing skilled manpower. So that when they now opened up the economy and liberalized it, the manpower is there. They're able to attract capital because it is a very cheap destination. The skilled manpower is available. The same thing with India. So manpower development is become a key, very key in our Vision 2030. Two, infrastructure. And I said, during when I was launching my campaign, that if you asked me how to, the key to solving our problem, I said, number one, infrastructure. Number two, number three, infrastructure. Because I know that infrastructure can trigger growth and development with other sectors of the economy. During the Great Depression in America, they invested very heavily thereafter into infrastructure. And that helped to catapult the economy of depression. I lived in Germany for over 88 years. And I know what the Marshall Plan did to the German economy. Because Germany was completely on its knees, completely destroyed. When the Allies moved into Germany, and the German army had been defeated, now they were prepared missions to teach them a lesson. So they just were destroying the Royal Air Force, just throwing bombs into town. And so Germany was completely ruined. But thanks to the Marshall Plan, they managed to reconstruct very fast. So that by late 60s, if you went to Germany, and then you went to Britain, you would think that it is Germany that won the war and Britain lost it. So we said we need investment in infrastructure to open up our country for investments. Roads, railways, ports, airports, energy, water. Those are the things that we want to invest in heavily. And if you go to Kenya now, you will agree with me that at no time in our country's independence has so much been put in infrastructure development as it is today. You'll find that everywhere, every part of the country, there's some road being done somewhere. You'll find that the rural electrification work is going on, going to villages. You'll find a water projects going on in all parts of the country. You'll find that you have landed the fiber optic cable and in Mombasa and in Nairobi, and we have rolled out the network throughout the country. We're now setting up IT villages. Okay. So we are doing this so that we can then make the country more attractive to investment. And we have also completely liberalized the economy. Our economy is more liberalized than that of South Africa. In Kenya, there's not foreign exchange control. In South Africa, there's still control on the land. We're dealing with the issues now of security, issues of bureaucratic red tape, and issues of corruption. We are dealing with all these issues, not because somebody is telling us to do them. That's what I'm saying. Don't keep preaching to us. Good governance, good governance. This is why we've been struggling for all these years. Let me come from Europe to come and tell me about governance issues. We are not doing them to placate anybody. We are doing them because we know that they are right for our people. They are right for our country. That's why we are doing them. But then, as I was saying, don't you just come to tell us, we give you money for governance, to fight corruption, civil society only. No. If you do that, our people are just going to be shouting corruption. But corruption can only be there if there is some wealth to be stolen. Others will just be fighting among us, just shouting. Nothing is happening in our country. We must create wealth. If you want to fight poverty, I don't know any other way of doing so rather than creating wealth. So give us also money to build our roads. Give us money to build our ports, to build our railway lines. Rather than just giving us money to go and do reforms in the judiciary, in the police and so on. That we can do ourselves. We have money to do that money. If it's reforming the police, we know. If the police is corrupt and is acting with impunity, there's extrajudicial killings and so on, we tell him go home. And we sent the police commissioner home the other day.
That was good.
And they've removed so many, you don't know about Ali, but about 20 of them have gone home. We are doing it because it is right for the country. Even the judiciary now, we are going in there with a tooth comb. We are going to clean it up. We will clean it up because our country requires it. Our country requires it. So, we want to do energy, we want to green our country. Because right now, the total installed capacity in our country is 1,200 megawatts. That is less than Stockholm alone consumes. So if you are talking about transforming the country into a middle income economy, we must go tenfold. And we said we want to do it as green energy, so that we do not join the other polluters.
Called nuclear.
You see, Africa only emits 3% of the total greenhouse gases. Yet Africa is the most vulnerable of all the continents. Kenya is not an offender. But we are saying that, look, we don't want to play the blame game as we go to Copenhagen. We want to talk together because we don't want to say you're the one who is responsible, therefore you must pay, or you're the one doing today. No, we are saying that if we don't agree and come up with a solution to this problem, tomorrow we are all going to be victims. Now in Kenya we live between two twin disasters. Floods and drought. Floods and drought. El Nino invites his twin sister, La Nina. La Nina. So when it is flooded, it causes a lot of havoc, a lot of suffering, so much destruction. And when it goes, the drought comes, crop failure. Animals are dying. The wild animals are also dying in the game reserves. So we said we want some adaptation measures that we must be put in place. Secondly, we want to deal with the wanton destruction of our forests.